Today we'll be drafting a basic bodice. Yes, and the measurements we'll be needing for this bodice is displayed on the screen. Firstly, we'll be placing our shoulder measurement. My shoulder measurement is 16. 16 divided by 2 is 8. Then I slope down by 1 inch. This is because a human being shoulder is not straight like that of a robot. It is slanted. So we'll come down by 1 inch and I just slant it towards the midpoint of the back. And the same thing I got for the shoulder, that is that 8 inches. I place it by my armhole. Yes, and I indicate the armhole line. This is me connecting the armhole line to the shoulder line and making my armhole line. Now I'll go straight to bringing out my bust point. My bust point is 10.5, and after that I'll bring out my waistline, which is 17, and my hip line. The distance between my waist to my hip is 10, so I marked my hip at 27, and then my full length. The full length of this drafting paper is what I'm using as the full length. So here I am going ahead to mark out the lines, straight lines. These are the horizontal measurements, the horizontal lines, the lines running across the body. Those lines I had marked earlier. Now I am identifying the lines. Like the bust point is the first one, the waistline, and this is the hip line. This is the full length of the dress. That's how long I want the dress to be. That full length is equally my knee, but I'll add it up later though. My bust is 42. 42 divided by 4 gives me, let's see what it gives me. It gives me that, well, I think that was 10.5. Yes, and I placed what it gave me there. And then my waistline is 34. I divided by 4, and let's see what it gave me. It gave me 8. I'm so sorry, I had to forward this video. This is to make this video not to be too lengthy. That's why I forwarded it a little bit. So this is my hip. I am dividing my hip by 4. My hip is 44. 44 divided by 4 gives me 11. Yes, that I know it offhand. Yes, so I'm placing my 11 here. And normally for me to get my knee length, my knee round, I have to minus 5 inches from my hip measurement. Removing 5 inches from my hip measurement gives me 39. Yes, so I'm going to divide 39 by 4 to get my knee round. Yes, this is me minusing 5 inches from my hip measurement, and I'm dividing by 4. And I had to place what it gave me there. That's for the knee. Yes, so right now I'm going to connect all the dotted lines from, okay, firstly I'm adding my armhole. I'm putting my armhole curve with my armhole. I'm putting in my armhole with my armhole curve. So I just go like this. Thank God for this curve, because it really helps me a lot. Without this, I don't know what I can do. This ruler in particular is like a multi-purpose. So this is me connecting all the lines that I had marked out, and this is my hip to my waist. I just connected it, and then this is my hip to my knee. So I'm just connecting all the lines. Now I'm going to go ahead to add 2 inches allowance. This is for ease. Yes, I'm going around adding 2 inches to all my measurements, my body measurements. And I'm going to connect all of them, all the dotted lines together. Yes, to make a sense. Yes, you can't sew clothes without allowance. Any clothes you're making and you're not adding allowance, I'm sorry, you're going to end up making an undersized clothes. So by this shoulder, I'll be adding 1/4 inch to the shoulder. This is to enable me join it. This is for joining allowance, because when I'll sew it up, I'll still need that part where I will join. so I'll still, during sewing, I'll just take it out. So here is my neckline. I'm adding my neckline. I'm using 4 inches width for my neckline and 4 inches depth for my neckline. Here is my choice to make it this way. You can make your neckline however you want it to be. I am making a round neck, so I want it to be a perfect round neck. So that is why I'm going around with that 4 inches all through. Yes, this is for the front bodice though. The back neckline is going to be higher, and when we'll be drafting the back, you're going to see how we do that. So what I'm going to do right now is to pick up my scissors and cut through. Yes, I'm just going to cut this way, cut all the way from the down to the top, from bottom to top. Here, top to bottom, bottom to top, anyone, whichever way. So I'm going to cut all this out and then flip my paper and use the other part of the pattern paper to draft my back. Yes, so this is me. I'm not yet cutting the front neck because I needed to cut the back. So after cutting the back, I cut my front. So now I have just placed the front bodice on the other paper. I'm going to use it to draft that, to trace out my back. So this is 1 inch allowance that is left. I'm trying to economize my pattern paper. Yes, so I added 1 inch allowance as a zip allowance, just 1 inch. Normally I would add a 2 inch, but my drafting paper is not enough. So this is me tracing all the patterns of the front bodice to the back. This is me transferring the pattern of the front bodice to the back bodice to use it to make a back. So I'm just going around like this, and here is that neck, the back neck. I want it to be high, so I'm using 2 inches to bring out my back. Now I just link it to the paper beneath. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut out the neckline for the back. Later, after cutting the neckline for the back, I'm still going to go down and trim that of the front. Yes, this is for the back. Now we have two basic bodice. Now we have the front and back panel. Yes, I use my front panel to cut out my back panel. Now I am cutting out all the unuseful parts. I'm taking them out. Yes, and after this I'm going to be labeling my back bodice. The back part, yes, I'm going to bring out all the lines that are in the front part. I'm going to trace them back into the back. This is to enable me. Okay, yeah, this is me cutting out that front neckline to make it deeper. So I'm labeling the front as this is the front bodice. Yeah, this is the front bodice, and then this is the back. Yeah, and for this back, like I said before, I'm going to be transferring the lines which I used. It's the same thing. The front and back are the same. The only difference between the front and back is just the zipper allowance. Yes, and if you're making a dress that the zipper is in front, it means that you have to use your front that will carry the zipper allowance. But if you're making a cloth that has zipper at the back, then this is how you're going to do it. So I'm trying to trying to connect the line, to transfer the line, the basic lines to the back, for us not to get confused. This is to enable me label it. My sellotape is just not helping matters. I don't know what they are selling these days as paper sellotape. It can't even hold anything. It is, oh my god. Anyway, let's go back to our drafting. The Lord is my strength. So I'm using my ruler to connect all the lines, to bring out all the lines. This is for us to have definite lines, for us not to be confused. Yes, these lines are the same lines in front. I'm just putting it behind and on the back bodice. This is me labeling it. I'm labeling it just as the front. That's the bust line, this is the waistline, and this is the hip line, and then this is the full length of the dress or the knee, because this dress is stopping on the knee. This is the back bodice, and I just labeled it. Yes, so I'm bringing out that 1 inch. That 1 inch I added to the back. This is for us not to forget that there was an allowance that was added to the back. Yes, this is me bringing out the 1 inch all the way from top to bottom, and after bringing it out this way, I'm going to connect it with my ruler, my pattern master. Yes, this is truly a pattern master. Oh my god, I don't know what I can do without this particular pattern master. This is like one of my best tools. Yeah, very soon I am going to make another video introducing you guys to some of my amazing tools that helps me so much in my work. This is yeah, this is the allowance, the zipper allowance. So for here I just added 1 inch allowance to it. Normally on a normal day I would add 2 inches for my zipper, but I'll just add the 1 inch to economize my paper. And 1 inch can do for me though. So here are our bodice. This is the front panel and the back panel. Here we have our front panel and our back panel. I hope this tutorial helped you. If this tutorial helped you, please leave a comment in the comment section